Oh, happy Monday, everybody. This is not a regular Monday, man. This is not a regular Monday. Every Monday, nobody's happy. Everybody's gloomy. Uh, you know, Mondays are not good days. But today may be the best Monday imaginable. Welcome on in, everybody, to the Bro Street Sports Unfiltered day after stream. I didn't do one last night after the game. I was out, obviously. But, last night, we're going to break everything down. We're going to talk about everything. But before we do all that, I would like to say make sure you guys like, subscribe, send this to people you know. It really helps me out. And we're going to get into the call-ins later into the show. But where it is right now, we have to break this down. This is like where it is right now, the way I feel right now. I still can't believe that the Eagles have won the Super Bowl. I still can't believe that the Eagles are Super Bowl champions. I don't know, right? It doesn't feel like real life to me yet. Like it's just starting to hit me really. But until I see that parade on Friday, until we're all on Broad Street watching the buses go down, everybody on the buses, that's when I will fully know and believe, that we are champions. But right now, it still feels like we're in a dream, right? Especially the way that the season started. We started 2-2 with the bye week. Sirianni, everybody was going after Sirianni. We thought he was fired, right? Everybody had their doubts about Jalen. We won the Super Bowl, right? So all these different factors leading into it. And then not only that, but the way that we fully steamrolled these guys. We crushed them. It wasn't even close. None of it was close. It was 20-4 to nothing at halftime. Right then and there, I knew the game was over. Right there, I knew that game was over. At halftime, 24-0. I knew it was over right then and there because the Chiefs didn't get a first down. The entire first half, they didn't get a first down. The entire first half. Jahan Dotson had more yards than the entire Chiefs offense through the first half. The Chiefs had 2 rushing yards in the first half. So that's what adds into it, right? I still can't believe that we're champions. It doesn't feel real to me at all, quite yet. It's hitting me, right? It's hit me. But I still don't fully believe that we are world champions yet. Especially the way that we beat the shit out of the Chiefs. Especially the way that they stood no chance. Everywhere, the way that it all went down is just unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. So obviously, we have a couple things to break down here. And then we'll get into your phone calls. I mean, we got a couple topics here that are just, we're going to start right here. We got to start with Jalen Hurts, man. We got to start with Jalen Hurts. And because he played so well last night. He played so well in the last Super Bowl where the Eagles lost. He played so well against Washington 2 weeks ago. And he played so well last night. It's hard for somebody like me who's like a Jalen Hurts hater, right? I can't hate the guy, man. So here's what I really want to say. Because, this is you know what I mean? It's, I don't know, right? So here's what really needs to be said about Jalen Hurts and the way that he played, right? It's about time that people put respect on Jalen Hurts' name. Now, here's the thing. I know, and I still don't believe that he's a good quarterback, but I'm going to give him respect and praise. That man is a winner. All he's done since he's got here is win. A lot of the time, it's not always pretty, right? It's not always pretty. He doesn't put up all these glamorous stats. But last night fully opened my eyes that this man is a winner. He's won us 2 NFC championships. He's brought us to 2 Super Bowls, won us a Super Bowl, 1 Super Bowl MVP. The man is a winner, right? And again, like, I don't think he's a great quarterback, but he's proven over and over and over again when the Eagles need him to pass, when the Eagles need him to show up in a big game, he's going to do it, and he's going to do it well. And he's a winner. Last night proved to me that the moment is not too big for Jalen Hurts. That's what it truly showed me. Last night was not too big of a moment for Jalen Hurts. The entire world was looking at him. The entire fan base and league was looking at Jalen Hurts. Can he show up? Can he outduel Mahomes? Can he outplay and outsmart that Spagnuolo defense, which we'll get into? And he did it last night, and he did it with ease. And I will absolutely give Jalen Hurts credit where credit is due. He showed up last night. He showed up in big moments. He balled his ass out last night, man. He played his ass off last night. And it's about time that these Jalen Hurts haters, including myself, put legitimate respect on him. He deserves the respect. The man's, in his 4 years that he's been an Eagle, right? 21, 22, 23, 24. He's taken us to the postseason all 4 times. All 4 times we've been in the postseason. We've been to the Super Bowl twice, and we won the Super Bowl once. That's insane stats. And in both Super Bowls, he's put up better stats. Mahomes, who's in this greatest of all time debate, which got put to bed last night, which obviously we'll get into later into the show. But in both Super Bowls he's been to, he's outplayed Mahomes. And, there's just not much more that you can say about Jalen Hurts, man. There's just not much more. I'm going to give him the respect. I'm going to give him the love. The man brought me a Super Bowl. The man brought me a Super Bowl last night. I can't hate on him. I can't hate on him. He's a winner. He's a winner. So let's get, and it's what it is. It's what it is, man. Let's get into this next one. No, hold on. Let's go here, right? Let's go here. Last night, I really want to break down Jalen Hurts, though, because last night, I thought he did a good job getting the ball out quick. I didn't think that he held on to the ball for as long as he has been. I didn't think he was holding on to the ball, making bad decisions, holding on to it, taking the sack, whatever, instead of throwing it away. I thought he did a very good job last night reading the defense most of the time, finding the open holes, finding the pockets, running through them, and finding the open man. I thought he did a great job with that last night. That's 1. And 2, that throw he had, that touchdown pass he had to Devontae Smith, right, was insane, by the way. Insane. But it reminded me a lot of that Nick Foles touchdown pass in Super Bowl 52 to Corey Clement. And it also reminded me of that touchdown pass from Nick Foles to Alshon Jeffrey in Super Bowl 52. So let's replay that video for you.
Back. We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown. Back. We're going to run.
Yeah, right there, man. I mean, now this is that like that's a problem I've had with Jalen Hurts is that in those deep passes, a lot of the time he does not step up into the pocket. He doesn't step up. He doesn't, you know what I mean? But last night, that play directly, that play on the sideline where he found where he threw the ball to AJ Brown, which was a ridiculous call for offensive pass interference. And then he also found that play where he got oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. John Dotson. He stepped up in the pocket and unleashed the football. He stepped up and threw the football. Wow. It's always what I wanted to see out of Jalen Hurts. Step up, read the defense, find the open man, man. That's all you got to do. That is all you have to do. So enough with Jalen Hurts, right? Let's get into my main man, Nick Sirianni. I mean, this is what I really need to say about him, man. If there's a man that deserves all the credit in the world, it's Nick Sirianni. When this team was 2-2 at the bye week, he was getting his job threatened. People were going after him. Everybody wanted him fired. The team was in total shambles. He was yelling at fans, going after fans, right? Everybody thought he was done. But you know what Nick Sirianni did? That he deserves all the credit in the world. He went out there. He fixed the team. He glued it back together. He made the team stronger. He made that team a legitimate brotherhood. And that man deserves all the credit. Because let's not forget, he got his offensive play calling duties taken away. He had nothing to do with the defensive play calling either. And then he went in and then he somehow fixed this team. Nick Sirianni somehow, some way, fixed this team. And they went on this insane run and are Super Bowl champions. Nick Sirianni, I think Nick Sirianni, out of everybody, deserves the most amount of credit. When you're 2-2 at the bye week, your team's in shambles, you have your offensive play calling taken away from you, you have nothing to do with the defensive play calling. The fans are calling for your head. People want you fired. Nothing's going your way. You have no game management. And then you're able to turn that team that was in shambles, somehow glue it back together, and then go on this insane run, and then win the Super Bowl, outcoach and outplay Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes, which we thought was a dynasty, and probably still is a dynasty, is insane to me. So he deserves all the credit in the world. There was somebody that I truly give like an MVP ball to, it's Nick Sirianni. And I was one of the guys that attacked Nick Sirianni. Said he had no idea what he was doing. Said that I wanted him gone. I'm glad Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie stuck to their guns. Stuck to what they believed in. Stuck to the message that we thought that they knew was true. And they knew was going to hit home. And they did it, man. They did it. And I'm so proud. I'm so happy, man. So if there was a guy that deserves this credit, deserves all of it, it is Nick Sirianni. And that is without a doubt. Birds are going back to back. I believe so. I believe so. They're truly the best team in the league. They truly are the best team in the league. This is the beginning of a journey, not the end. I absolutely agree. This team, I'll tell you this right now, which, I mean, this is another thing that we're going to get into, but I firmly believe that this team is the next coming of a dynasty. I firmly believe that. I really do. So let's get into another topic I got here, and that is Vic Fangio and this defense. I mean, it was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Here's the thing, right? All week I talked about how this Eagles defense was going to be the reason why we win the Super Bowl. Well, damn it, I was right. They went out there and they did not allow the Chiefs to get a first down the entire first half. And they put so much pressure on Mahomes, he had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. That defense was buzzing last night. That was the best they were all year. And they played great all year. But last night, they played out of their mind. How about Cooper DeJean? How about Zach Bourne? How about Josh Sweat? I don't think he's getting enough talking about. Josh Sweat last night. What a game out of him. Milton Williams, big game. Come on. That defense last night, they put so much pressure on Mahomes. He was in shambles. He had no idea where to go, no idea what to do. Right? They deserve so much praise. And not only does the defense deserve praise, but Vic Fangio deserves praise, man. Vic Fangio deserves praise. But here's what I'll say about Vic Fangio, right? Like, you know, Vic Fangio, here's the thing, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to drum up the words when it comes to Vic Fangio. The first 5 weeks of the year, Vic Fangio had a terrible game plan. It looked like the guys weren't bought into the message. But after that bye week, Vic Fangio got them guys ready to go. Right? Vic Fangio deserves a shit ton of credit, man. Because he took a team that was bottom 5 in the league in defense. They looked terrible in the first 5 weeks of the year. And he somehow got them to buy into the message, take his advice, and he got them to be the best defense in the league and stop a powerhouse, a dynasty football team. That man deserves so much credit. It's insane to me. He allowed. Now, here's the thing when it comes to Vic Fangio. He brought back old school defense, smash mouth defense. We're going to hit you hard. We're going to crack you. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you have on us. Doesn't matter what you do. We're going to adjust and we're going to beat you. And that's what it's been all year. Since week 5, Vic Fangio has had a great game plan, has made great adjustments, and has truly gotten the guys to buy into his message and play this old school smash mouth. We're going to wear you down. We're going to beat the shit out of you. And this is how we're going to play football, and we're going to attack you, and it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, man. That's crazy, man. It was the most dominant Super Bowl this century. There's no way for a hater to cope with this greatness. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I agree with you. I agree with you right there. It's insane to me. It's insane to me how well the defense played. But all week I've been saying that the defense had to play good. All week I've been saying this entire game, this entire Super Bowl comes down to how well can the defense play. Because in 2022, the Eagles would have won the game, but the defense gave up 24 unanswered points. Gave up 24 points in the second half. This defense is a different breed, man. They're a different breed. So here's what another thing I need to get into here, and this is Cooper DeJean, man. I love Cooper DeJean. He may potentially be my favorite Eagle right now. Devontae Smith, Brandon Graham, and then I guess you could throw in Cooper DeJean. But I mean, this is, if I had to pick a favorite play last night, it would not be that Devontae Smith touchdown. It would be the Cooper DeJean pick 6. Imagine going out there as a rookie on your birthday and getting a pick 6 against one of the top 3 best quarterbacks of all time. versus a dynasty football team in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine? That was the best play last night. I think that was, I thought I was going to have a heart attack last night with that play. I went insane. Everybody I was with went insane last night when that pick six happened. But just imagine, you're 22 years old, you're a rookie, and you get a pick six in a Super Bowl off of Patrick Mahomes, who's arguably a top 2, top 3 quarterback of all time. That was my favorite play last night. And I'm sure that was the majority of fans' favorite play as well. Truthfully. I truthfully believe that. It is absolutely insane to me. Now, before we get into anything else here, I have 3 more topics that I would like to get into. But I want everybody to listen to. I have this clipped up. So last night, I have the audio from Merrill Reese and Mike Quick on 94 WIP with the final call of Eagles. You know, obviously the Eagles won the game well before the final second, right? But, just when everybody ran onto the field and in the countdown for Merrill, I thought it was real nice. Let's go back and take a listen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. The Philadelphia Eagles have won Super Bowl 59. They have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. It's their second Super Bowl win in 7 years. What a game. What a season. What a team. The greatest Eagles team in modern history. Eagles fans, savor it and rejoice.
Eagles fans are so unbelievable, and I love this for the Eagles fan. They get an opportunity to really celebrate a great football team. This is not a good football team. This is a great football team. They prove week in and week out that they are the best football team in the National Football.
Yeah, right there. Right there. You heard Merrill Reese. You heard Mike Quick talk about it. They said this is the best team in Eagles history. And I think it's about time that we have that conversation. I think that is really in the upcoming days, upcoming weeks, whatever. Is this truly the best team in Eagles history? And I will say, yes, it is. This is the best team in Eagles history. And where it stands right now, I think they could build a total dynasty off of this. They have all their best players lined up and under contract for the next 3-4 years. Plus, they still have the best offensive line. They have one of the youngest and best backfield defensive backs in the league. They have the best secondaries in the league. They're hopefully going to bring back Zach Bond. They have a great pass rush with Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, right? There's no reason in hell why this Eagles team is not the best team in Eagles history. It already is. It already is. They won a Super Bowl. They've won 2 NFC championship games. This is the team that when we look at it in the next, 20, 30 years potentially, you look back on this. Because I don't think the Eagles will stop here, right? I don't think that the Eagles, just because they won the Super Bowl, that it's all over with, right? That everything that they've worked for, everything that they've done, right, is over. You know what I mean? That they're one Super Bowl and they're done. I don't think that this is over. They're going to go out. I think they may go back to back. But we're going to look back on this Eagles team and the next 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And we're going to say, yeah, this is the best Eagles team of all time. And I will stand on that. I will debate anybody on that. You have the best running back in the league, a top 3 wide receiver core in the league, top 5 tight end in the league when healthy. Obviously, he's a free agent. But if he's still on the team next year, a top 5 tight end in the league when healthy, the best offensive line in the league, the best defense in the league. I think they're going to bring back Kellen Moore. I think he's going to stay the offensive coordinator. I really do. This is the best team in Eagles history, without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. All right, so let's get back into these topics. I have 3 more topics I'd like to get into. Look, the only other person besides for Eagles fans that was happy. Hold on, let me rephrase that, right? Just for everybody, right? The only other person in the attendance at the Super Bowl that was happy about the Eagles winning the game, besides for Eagles fans, was Tom Brady. Tom Brady is so happy right now because that game last night, Patrick Mahomes getting blown out again in the Super Bowl, I think that takes him out of like this number 1 GOAT conversation. I think that solidifies Brady as the best quarterback of all time because you can't get blown out twice in a Super Bowl, right? Mahomes got blown out a couple years ago by Brady in a Super Bowl, and then he just got blown out last night by the Eagles. So not only were the Eagles fans happy that the Eagles won a Super Bowl, but so was Tom Brady. I truly believe that takes Patrick Mahomes out of the GOAT conversation and truly solidifies Tom Brady as the best quarterback of all time. Brady has never gotten blown out in a Super Bowl, and Patrick Mahomes has gotten blown out twice. One of them being by Tom Brady himself. I don't want to hear any more from these people saying that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback of all time. I don't want to hear that. I can't stand when people say that. No, he's not. And last night, he proved it. He got in his head. He let the Eagles defense wear him down. And he made no adjustments. Could not figure it out. If you can't figure it out, if you can't make the adjustments, you're not the greatest quarterback of all time. Let's go back. Let's watch what Brady did. Brady's down in the Super Bowl. He's going to fight back. He's going to claw back, and he's going to try and find a way to win. Let's look at the way it was against that Atlanta game for Tom Brady. Right? Right. Came back and won. It takes Mahomes right out of the GOAT conversation, in my opinion. Truthfully. All right. Let's get into our second to last topic here. And that's on Andy Reid and Spagnuolo. I mean, these guys are clowns. Absolute clowns, right? Let's get into this. All week I had to hear about Andy Reid and Spagnuolo being these masterminds and how they were going to outcoach Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, and Nick Sirianni. But here's what truly happened last night in the Super Bowl. They were pantsed and they were spanked around last night. They had no answers for Jalen Hurts. They had no answers for the pass game. Jalen Hurts and this offense spanked around Spagnuolo. He stood no chance, and anytime he tried to make an adjustment, the Eagles countered that and continued to put on a show. Andy Reid, this quote-unquote mastermind that he is, during halftime when they were down 24-0, by the way, was unable to find any adjustments in any way to get Patrick Mahomes and his offense back into this game. He was unable to try and find ways to get that team to score until they obviously scored some garbage time touchdowns. So I didn't want to hear any more about Andy Reid and Spagnuolo. They were outcoached and they were outclassed last night. And it showed. They were pantsed, they were spanked, and they were bullied all last night by the better team. The Eagles were the better team. They had the upper hand the whole night. The whole 2 weeks we're sitting here, we're talking about this. The Chiefs were scared. They knew they were in trouble. And the quote-unquote experts that talk NFL all day, every day on Fox and whatever else, right? All they did was talk shit on the Eagles and talk about how the Eagles can't do anything. The Eagles stand no chance. You have no idea what you're talking about. None of them have any idea. And that's a factual statement right there. All right, let's get in to our last topic right here. And that's these free agents, right? Because although we have all week and all off season and, the next couple of days, weeks, whatever, to continue to discuss and talk about what the Eagles should do with the free agents, what the Eagles, where the Eagles should go from here. But I just need to say this, right? If I had to prioritize what free agents I would bring back, it starts right here, and it starts with Zach Baun. This man was a true difference maker and played out of his mind for the Philadelphia Eagles. And then next to be Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton, the Eagles gambled on Zach Baun and on Mekhi Becton. They gambled on both of them because Zach Baun was so bad he could only play special teams down in New Orleans. And then Mekhi Becton sucked for the Jets, and the Eagles gambled on both and had a great return and reward on both of them. You have to bring them both back. They were such key players, key factors, key difference makers for this team. And then if right behind them, I'm going Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat, every single year he's been here, he's gotten better. He's gotten more aggressive. He's just gotten better. And last night in that Super Bowl, he was probably the biggest difference maker on that defensive line. He put pressure on Patrick Mahomes. He was all over him. He had 2.5 sacks, right? So, I get we have all week and all off season to talk about who we need to bring back. But, these are the top 3 candidates you need to bring back. And here's the best part about all of it. All these guys, I firmly believe, are willing to take a pay cut to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles. I really believe that because, one, they just won the Super Bowl. And two, we gambled on all of these players, and it worked out well in our favor. I think these guys are willing to take pay cuts to stay in Philadelphia. And the Eagles cannot let Zach Baun walk. Too many times you see, here's something for you. The Eagles cannot let Zach Baun walk because you've seen in recent years all the Eagles do is let linebackers go. They didn't they let TJ Edwards go. They let Kaiser White go, right? So, the Eagles cannot let Zach Baun go because if you look in recent years, all the Eagles have done has let good linebackers go. Starting off the top of my head with TJ Edwards, with Kaiser White. Now you have a very good, very, very, very good linebacker, Zach Baun. You cannot let him go. You cannot do it. He's got to stay with the Eagles, man. He's got to stay. And that's that, man. That is really, really, really that. But as I continue to really talk and think about this Super Bowl, right, I've touched on every topic that I truly wanted to touch on. It's just crazy for me, man. Right? Winning a Super Bowl is so hard. And, getting to a Super Bowl is hard. But we've been so lucky as Eagles fans that we've been able to get to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years. So, it's just crazy to me. So I'm going to open up the phone line if you guys like to get in here. 215-839-8246. That's the Anytime Hotline number to get in here on this conversation. This is just, I want to hear from all of you guys, right? This is a show that I want to talk about, and I want to hear from all of you, right? How do you feel? Because to me, right, nothing can make me upset right now. I don't know, I don't know. I feel like I'm still kind of shell-shocked in a way. I feel like I'm still kind of shell-shocked. It's scary. I wouldn't say it's scary. It's just it's crazy to me because as Philly fans, right, we're so used to disappointment and the being upset and raging, that when something good actually happens and we actually do win a championship, we don't know how to act. We have no idea how to act. Right? Like, that's insane. It's insane to me. I have no idea how to act. Like, I'm so used to sitting here, coming on here, going crazy, going insane, yelling, screaming. Now we won a Super Bowl, and God, I'm so happy. I cried last night that I'm so happy. But we don't know how to act. Like, I don't know. I just still feel like it hasn't fully hit me yet. Maybe it has, and I don't know. Maybe it will sooner or later. I don't know. But I just don't think I've fully been hit with the fact that we're Super Bowl champions. I feel like this, I said this earlier in the show. I said, I'll be fully ready. I will be fully aware and accepted that we are Super Bowl champions when I'm on Broad Street and I see the buses and the parade happening. Right? I don't know, right? Maybe I'm going insane. But like, I was on a Eagles podcast earlier today with my main man Dalt from 302 Bird. Shout out to them. Go give them a follow. Those are my guys over there. And we were talking about how happy we were that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And it's, and it was like, the thing was it was like we were talking about, and they were like, I could sit, my main man Dalt, he says, I could sit in traffic right now for 45 minutes, an hour, and not get pissed off. Like I don't know. Anything can happen to me right now. Now, really not anything, right? Because a catastrophe could happen. Something bad really could happen. But, anything minor, like sitting in traffic, whatever, right? I cannot be angry because today it's been so hard to stop smiling. All I've done has been happy. All I've done is smile. There is nothing to be upset about. This is truly the best week. Eagles Super Bowl win last night, right? Pitchers and catchers for the Phillies report to Clearwater on Wednesday. And then Friday, we have a parade on Broad Street. Then it's a 3-day bender because we got the parade Saturday, Sunday, and we're off Monday, President's Day. This is going to be an absolutely insane weekend, but one of the best weekends. We're Super Bowl champions, and we get the party. What is better than that? You want to get in here, 215-839-8246. That's the number. I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel? I mean, I cried last night. I really, really did. And it was, I was at my buddy's house, and I had a little bit of a drive home. And, so I had a little bit of a drive home from my buddy's house. And I was just thinking to myself, I had 94 WIP on. I think it was Rob Ellis that was on. And I was just listening, right? But I was so zoned out and so just in my own head, in my own feelings about this game and everything I felt, everything I saw. And, I don't know, right? Like, I don't know. Everything I felt, everything I saw. And last night, like, I cried a little bit at my friend's house. Like, I teared up, right? I teared up. I cried a little bit. But in my car ride home from my buddy's house, fully by myself, fully alone my thoughts about the game, I cried again, right? And it's okay to do that. Like, if people on the internet or people are saying, you can't cry. All it is, it's a game. All it is it's a Super Bowl. It's a game. Not really happened. No, but as a Philadelphia sports fan, you don't get many wins. You don't get many championships. It took 51 Super Bowls for the Eagles to just get one parade, one Super Bowl. And it's been 7 years since the last one. And it's been since 2008 since the Phillies won a World Series. And we always get there. We always get to the big game. We always get to the big dance, but we can never win. Right? So people always want to talk about all this stuff, can't cry. Why are you so upset? It's not like you were out there playing. This doesn't mean anything. Carry on with your life. Well, yeah, it does. Right? When you spend 6 months, right? September, October, November, December, January, February now, right? 6 months. Watching a team, talking about a team, like sports talk like this, watching the team, reading everything, watching the press conferences, everything. And you're so emotionally invested that you feel like you are a part of the team. Like yesterday, right? I woke up, like Saturday night going and leading the Super Bowl Sunday. It was so hard for me to sleep. I could not sleep. I was so excited. I was so happy. I could not wait for this Super Bowl. Right? I woke up, ate, took my pregame shower. It truly felt like I was playing in this football game on Sunday. It truly felt like I was one of the guys on the field playing. It truly felt like I was one of the guys on the Eagles roster that after the game and the Eagles won, that's laying in the confetti doing snow angels, right? That is truly, truly, truly what it felt like, man. It's insane to me. It's truly insane to me. So for all the people out there that cried last night, that are still shell-shocked, that are still like, what the hell? There's no way we're champions. Yes, sir, we are. Yes, we are. And don't let anybody tell you it's not. It's weird to be happy. Don't let anybody tell you it's weird to cry and to be emotional, because your team that never friggin' wins is a winner, that has finally showed up and is a winner. Don't let anybody prove you different. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not okay. I hope to see every single one of you guys at this parade on Friday, because it's been confirmed that it's Friday. I'm not sure if you guys know. It has been confirmed that it's Friday. But this is crazy, right? I was 7 years ago. I was 10 or 11 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, their first Super Bowl, Super Bowl 52 in 2017. I was 10 or 11. I don't know. I was 10 or 11. And, now the thing was, it was like I saw my dad cry, right? When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I saw my dad cry. I saw my family, my mom, everybody be emotional. Because, they waited their whole lives to see a Super Bowl. But I was so young then, like, obviously I cared and I watched every game. But, like, I wasn't fully indulged in every waking moment of my life like I am now. But this one, I don't know, right? Like, this one's truly our team. This one's truly our team. Because we can look at this team and say, man, we got a nice little dynasty potentially going on here. We got a potential team with greatness, and we could rack up a couple more Super Bowls. That's where I stand. That's what I truly believe. But yeah, man, that's all for me. It doesn't seem like we're going to get any call-ins. I know. I just kind of flipped this on randomly today. Just randomly. Just wanted to hop on and give it, because I didn't do a show last night, man. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy to me. I still can't believe that we're Super Bowl champions, man. But yeah, thank you all, man. Really, thank you all. See, I'm going to clip this one, too. All right, you ready? I'll clip this. Get ready. Buckle up for this one. I just want to say, we got a call in. Call in. Yo, man, say your name and where you're from.
Yo, my name's PJ from Hampton, New Jersey.
What's going on, PJ?
So, what are your thoughts on the Cooper DeJean pick six?
Greatest play of the entire Super Bowl.
You think so? Better than the Philly special?
And in all time, no, it's still the Philly special. But in that game last night, it was that DeJean pick six.
Yeah, that was an insane play.
It was.
I don't think I've ever been happier during that play.
No, neither have I. I think
That was.
that may have been the most I've, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that was the most I've went crazy the entire game was for that DeJean pick.
Yeah, the third quarter, I felt like it really died down the game. I mean, it just wasn't as fun as the first half, though.
Yeah, right. The first half was insane. Yeah. So
But that was probably
tell me
my
this.
favorite game I ever watched.
So tell me this. How are you feeling right now? Can you believe that we're Super Bowl champions? Or how are where are you at right now?
I'm fired up. I'm just fired up.
But can you
so
believe that
happy.
we're champions?
I honestly can't. I really can't. It's hard to wrap my mind around this.
I don't know. Like, I feel the same way. It's hard to believe. I don't know. I guess I haven't accepted it yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked what you said earlier. It's like we're so used to coming to the championship game and not finishing. But now that we have, like, I really don't know what to do.
Right. I have no idea how to act now that we've won a game. No idea how to act. So answer me this. Are you planning to go to the parade on Friday?
Yeah, definitely.
You will be there.
Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It is. We may never get back.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we might. I mean, we have a great young team.
Right, but I mean,
we have the best team in the NFL.
But I mean, in like all honesty, just because we have a great team doesn't mean that we're going to, get back and potentially win.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to live it up while it's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because this really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you got to take your chance when you have this opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. I know I will be there. I'm glad to hear that you will be there. My brother, you got anything else you'd like to say?
I'm ready for the Phillies.
I am. Pitchers and catchers start go down there Wednesday.
Yep, excited for the Phillies.
Yeah, so am I. I'm ready. I now that we've won a Super Bowl, I'm actually starting to feel much better about about the Phillies.
Yes, it's like a real relief.
Yeah. Now that I don't have to put all like this worry about the Phillies winning the championship because the Eagles won one. Now I can kind of ease back and relax a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely does make you feel a lot better now that we at least have one championship in 2025.
Right. That's the exact way I feel. All right, my man. Thank you for the call. That was a great call. Everybody, everybody's shell-shocked still. Everybody don't understand. Everybody, that's what it is. Everybody feels the same way. Everybody's, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard to wrap our heads around the fact that we're champions right now. I can't believe that we are champions. I can't. So here's what I truly need to say, and I'm gonna clip this, obviously put on all the social medias, but here's what it is, man. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in to the weekly podcast, to the weekly live streams this entire Eagles season. It's been an amazing 6 months. The early part of the season was wild, all the raging, but I'm so glad that we were able to watch this crazy journey and this crazy ride together and end it with a Super Bowl and the Lombardi Trophy coming back to Philadelphia and a parade on Broad Street. I'm so glad that I had all these people to experience and talk the Eagles with every single week. This is insane to me. You know what? 1 year doing sports talk, one Eagles season doing a sports talk, and we already got a Super Bowl. Maybe, just maybe, I am the good luck charm. But I just want to say thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in, watching me every week, all the clips I post on Instagram and TikTok, all the YouTube videos and live streams. I can't thank you all enough. This was amazing. And what a way to end this journey before we get into Philly season, but with a Super Bowl. This is great. This is amazing. But yeah, man, I just want to say I really do appreciate all of you, man. I really, really do. You guys are great. We got great content coming up for the Phillies. I'm ready for that. Sixers, I mean, this is a dumpster fire over there. But we're going to continue to live up. We're going to continue to enjoy. We're going to continue to break down this Eagles Super Bowl and what they're going to do with Kellen Moore. Excuse me, what they're going to do with these Eagles free agents, what they're going to do with Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, right? We're going to break that all down in the upcoming days. But let's just enjoy this one. Let's enjoy this win. Let's enjoy this happiness. And I will see you all at the parade on Friday. Thank you all for tuning in. I do love and appreciate it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, send us to people you know. Please subscribe, man. Please, I'm begging you to subscribe. Please, you guys got to subscribe, man. Oh, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night. Go Birds. What a game.